Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, touching lives with the power of internet radio.
You are now tuned into Real Rap on The Voice 17104 with Ron Chappell. Happens every Monday. Of course, you know who this is. It's your girl Niagara. Yeah!
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Hi, I'm Ron Chappell. Welcome to the all-new Ron Chappell Show. What you just heard was our former announcer, Niagara PA Fimsey, and she told about the original starting time of the Ron Chappell Show, which was 8 p.m. Mondays, as a lot of you know. Now, for those of you that never seen Niagara, this is her right here. This picture was taken at our world-famous Comedy Explosion event, the first event in America where there were 12 comedians on stage at one time. Never before in Vegas, New York, on Hollywood, anywhere was there 12 comedians that shared the stage at the same time. And for those of you that know me, that picture was taken a year or two before I met my loved one, Eleanor Harrison. Okay, I want to set the record straight on that. So, good afternoon. How y'all doing? I'm here in the studio with Pastor Chris Thomas. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, bro. What's good, man? It's always a pleasure, man, to see you back in the studio. I'm well. Thank you for asking, man.
Okay, brother. Okay, brother. Now, this is going to be probably the shortest show in history in the Ron Chappell series. We don't have a guest in studio today. We will have a special guest in studio next week, which I'll tell you more about. And so we just want to let y'all know that we are indeed still here. We don't have a street report today. Our street reporter is occupied in some other business matters. But what we do have is the engineer, Pastor Chris Thomas, with Community Affairs. And Chris, if you don't mind, while you do that, I'm going to go and get my lunch, okay?
All right, sounds like a plan, bro. All right, again, thank you, Ron, again, for this opportunity just to give the 411 what's going on in the 717. First and foremost, again, the world is invited, the Harrisburg surrounding areas, to the Community Day at Trinity. Again, that's Trinity Church of Harrisburg. Again, they're inviting us to worship with them, together with exciting activities, delicious food, and unforgettable community connections. Again, that's going on Sunday, September 14th, Ron, on 244 Harris Street in Harrisburg, PA. And again, that event is presented from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. All right, our next announcement comes from the Sickle Cell Awareness. Again, the Sickle Cell Awareness is having a Red Walk September 6th. And that's at 8:30 a.m. until 11:30 a.m. And they're starting at the Fountain, praise God, at the Capitol Complex, downtown Harrisburg, and they're going to finish at City Island. Registrations, you can register by clicking the barcode scan that's on the bottom of this flyer. And again, wear your organization shirt, your Greek apparel, catered cookout, and much, much more. Two quick announcements I'd like to share in closing, Ron. We have a day out at the playground that's brought to you by Push, Michael's Memory and Push. A great time for your family. Spend time together, laugh, and create beautiful memories together. Again, all ages are welcome, Ron. That's going on Saturday, September 20th, 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. Again, there's going to be face painting and games, spelling contests, back to school giveaway, and much, much more. Again, that's going on Saturday, September the 20th. Also, Evolve is looking for some tradesmen or tradeswomen, not gender specific. Again, they're looking to fill 3 positions. If you're a skilled plumber, a carpenter, electrician, please contact Evolve. Again, all applicants must be able to pass a background check, and you must be able to be good with youth and mentor youth as well. More information, call the CEO of Evolve, and again, that's Patricia Robinson, at 717-608-2315. And last but not least, Ron, again, our last announcement is brought to you by the all-new Ron Chappell Show. Again, I said the all-new Ron Chappell Show. Again, if you want to be a guest, again, if you got a product, services, one of the best-kept secrets in Harrisburg, reach out to Brother Ron or the Voice 17104, and we'd be glad to interview you and potentially get you on one of the next up and coming episodes of the all new Ron Chappell Show right here in The Voice 17104. Now back to you, Ron.
Okay, thank you, Chris, for the fine announcements. Well, as a lot of you know, well, matter of fact, let me give this number right now for those of you that may want to call in and let us know about something here in Harrisburg. The number is 717-889-7181. That's 717-889-7181. If you want to let us know about a special event that you are hosting or that you are promoting here in the Harrisburg area, please feel free to call in and let everybody know about it, okay? No political calls, please. If you're running for an election or for the general election in November, or if you are supporting a candidate, well, no, this is not the vehicle for you to do to let people know about your candidate or about your candidacy. Now, we were pleased to have in the studio last week a candidate for Harrisburg mayor, that's the Honorable Mr. Dan Miller, and we had a very, very interesting talk with Dan Miller. His event was sponsored by the Friends of Dan Miller. Now, I had a candidate that reached out to me this past week, and they told me that they want to come on to talk about their campaign. They're running a write-in campaign in this upcoming election, and when I told them that there was now a fee attached, the conversation ended.
Oh my.
Okay, so you know, you figure that out for yourself. You know, this is a business as much as the people that make the yard signs or the flyers. But so anyway, if you're a candidate, if you're running for office in November, if you're running a write-in campaign, or if you're on the ballot, and I'm going to tell you, all these slots are not guaranteed. There's an old rule of thumb here in Harrisburg, being a majority Democrat city, that if you win the primary election, well, then you are shoo-in for the general election in November. But believe you me, that is not the case. A lot of things can happen. A lot of things can happen. I gave you a formula last week. If you intend on running as a write-in in this upcoming election, now's the time to get out and start pressing the flesh, meeting as many Harrisburg voters as you can one-on-one. I do believe that if you can meet 3,000 voters, and persuade them to vote for you, to write in your name on election day, then you stand a very good chance of winning. This is an ideal time. You have plenty of time to do that, to go out and meet 3,000 people. The field is going to be a whole lot shorter, a lot less, because those that won the primary election, the odds are they have exhausted their campaign funds, and so they won't have money on hand to compete against you and your candidacy. And so now is an ideal time to get out there, let your name be known, let your intentions be known, and to speak with the residents of Harrisburg to find out what their true concerns are. Because there's some out there that feel that those that made it to the final cut in November are not the ones that should be representing the city or representing the county, Dauphin County. And so you still have an opportunity. So start saving your money, start making plans, and do me a favor, please don't do this crass thing. Don't collect donations from people for your campaign and go out and buy t-shirts and then turn around and want the same people that gave you money to buy the shirts to try to sell the shirts back to them. I think that is quite crass, and I think that is quite rude. And so please don't do that, because I guarantee you that would turn off a whole lot of people. You understand what I'm saying,
Yes,
President
sir.
Thomas?
Yes, sir.
That would turn off a whole lot of people. And so you want to make friends, not enemies, because your enemies will not vote for you in this upcoming election. And so you have plenty of time to organize a campaign. And also make sure that you have funds on hand. You start saving money, have funds on hand to pay your campaign workers, especially those that'll be holding down the polling places. I understand there are 28 polling places here in Harrisburg. And so make certain that you're able to at least pay out $100 a day for each one of those polling places. Now you can have 28. Matter of fact, I recommend that you have 3 people per polling place. If you could make some deal with someone and pay someone, $40 or $50 to work to work an 8-hour shift or something. I think the polls open at, I believe, 7 in the morning, and they close 8 o'clock at night. So if you're gonna have somebody work from like 7 to possibly 3, if they will accept $50 for that, well then that would be helping out your campaign, and that way you can have somebody fresh come on at 3 o'clock and work to closing at 8 o'clock. But those people should be paid. You know, volunteers are all well and good. Volunteers are fine until they don't feel like doing it, okay? And then you are stuck. You're stuck right there between a rock and a hard place. You know, Chris, one time I ran, you know, matter of fact, I think the first time I ran for office here in Harrisburg, you know, I had all these volunteers, Pastor Thomas. Oh yeah, I help. Oh yeah, I'll be there. When election day rolled around, I tell you, you know who was there?
Come on, sir.
Me. Ron Chappell was there running between 3 different polling places. You know, I didn't have any people to sit in to watch the votes being counted. I forget what you call those people, but like at all the polling places, you know, you allow at least 1 or 2 people to go in there to the table when they count the votes up. And I firmly believe that if you're not represented at that table, well then the votes that are counted out will be divided. The votes that you would have gotten would be divided among the people that are represented there. So make sure that you thoroughly investigate the process and make sure that you get out there and meet people, go out to the shopping centers, you know, go by the nursing homes, go by the nursing homes, you know, and also try to encourage some write-in votes, some write-in voters, okay? Because I tell you, it's not done yet. Like they say, it's not over till the fat lady sing. Well, Pastor Thomas, I think it's not over till the fat lady get laryngitis.
Oh my,
and right now, I think the fat lady is in line at your local buffet. So there's a way to go. So I tell you, get up and get out there. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. You got to be in it to win it. So get out there and campaign for you and for your cause. Now, Dan Miller brought up some very, very interesting points when he was here last week, Pastor Thomas.
Okay.
You know, first of all, he let us know that the mayor of Harrisburg is currently involved in 2 legal matters, in 2 court cases, Pastor Thomas.
Wow.
You know, I think that one, you know, the mayor is being sued, you know, by a person that was lost their job because, as Dan said, that person had refused to give a job and position to a family member of the mayor, and so that person was let go, and so that person is suing, you know, unfair dismissal, unfair removal. You know what I'm saying, Pastor Thomas?
Yes,
and then there's another case, I believe, before the ethics board. You know, and it seemed like to me I read of another case, possibly 3, but at least 2. Well, my question to the administration and my question to the residents is that who's going to pay all these legal bills?
Oh my.
Who's going to pay these legal bills? Who would pay your legal bills if you were involved in some kind of court matter? So you mean to tell me that we are paying a mayor, and then we pay the mayor a salary, and then we have to worry about paying any legal bills that the mayor may incur in a completely separate situation, you know, that don't directly affect the residents of Harrisburg. And so, you know, we have given an invitation to the mayor of Harrisburg to come on the show to discuss these matters or any other matters that you might feel are pertinent. And so that invitation has been put out there months and months. At first we were told, yes, Ron, I'll be on after the election. After the election, I'm real busy right now, which I understood, Pastor Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Then it was a loss in the family of the mayor, so you understand, you know that we were very, 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 very empathetic and understanding about that. And I don't know what the situation is now, Pastor Thomas.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what the situation is now, but I do feel that the residents of Harrisburg should have an opportunity to speak directly to those that they give jobs to. You have a right, you should have a right to speak with your employee, with your employee, to ask your employee questions, not have to go through employee's spokesperson, that may have a way of slanting the truth or whatever, and then you come back to the candidate and say, well, your employee, your spokesperson said this, and then the only thing the candidate got to say is, well, my employee got it wrong. They misconstrued what I told them to say. And so we should have an opportunity to speak directly with our employee, with our number one employee here in the city of Harrisburg, and that's the mayor of the city of Harrisburg. Those other things that was pointed out by other city council members. For instance, there is a position that was supposed to be a temporary position out of the mayor's office for 90 days at over $100,000 a year. Well, the person that's been sitting in that particular seat, which was supposed to be temporary, now going on 6 months, and now coming into potentially coming into another 4-year administration. The person is sitting there, getting $100,000 plus a year on a position that was supposed to only be temporary. A lot of you city council members know about that, and a lot of you that keep up with city matters know about that. Well, let me also remind y'all that the football season, NFL regular season, starts tonight. A lot of you in Harrisburg and surrounding areas, I know you're Philadelphia Eagle fans. Salute to the Philadelphia Eagles. They are the reigning NFL champions, and they open the season tonight. I forgot who they play. Chris, I know you're not a football fan, but would you happen to know the team that the Eagles are playing tonight?
I can find out, bro.
Okay. And so anyway, so salute to the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you, I know a team coming from the Midwest that'll be coming for you, and it can't be soon enough for me.
Dallas Cowboys.
They're playing the Dallas Cowboys, which I understand is one of their number one rivals, probably the number one rival of the Philadelphia Eagles. I know the Giants are in there too as being rivals of the Eagles, but this is a rivalry match tonight on Thursday Night Football, and y'all see who my team is. And I tell you, we're taking all comers, all challenges. But back to Harrisburg and its fans, you have a Harrisburg player that just left the Dallas Cowboys, and he's now a member of the Green Bay Packers. And I know a lot of you in Harrisburg love him. I've seen you on Facebook saying good things about him in anticipation of how he's going to play with his brand new team, the Green Bay Packers. Pastor Thomas.
Yes, sir.
And so the Green Bay Packers happen to be the team that my Detroit Lions will be facing Sunday. And I can't tell you what's going to happen during the game, but maybe I can give you a little bit of forecast. As a matter of fact, let me have lunch now. Pardon me, folks. I haven't had a chance to have anything to eat today, and so I'm going to take a little time right now, if you don't mind. And I'm not going to do like Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman, Pastor Thomas, he went over to North Korea, right? Sat at the table with Un, Kim Jong-un.
Yes, sir.
That's the leader of North Korea. And he did something that should embarrass every black man in America. He sat there at the table with his hat on.
Oh my.
With his hat on. With all them doggone rings and all that stuff hanging off his face, and I tell you, man, it was very, very apropos, very, very unapropos, and very, very unadequate wise, if I just made up a word, and so I'm not going to do that, and then again, let me say this, since I'm speaking about them doggone rings in the nose that people choose to wear, it's your thing, do what you want to do. But I tell you, if somebody told you that ring, especially that little bull ring, hanging from under your nose, if somebody told you that looks good, they told you a lie. It is very, very, to some. Apparently not to you, but you only see it when you look in the mirror. But, I really don't care to see, what can you say, Pastor Thomas? People going to do a whole lot of stuff that I don't like.
Sure.
And people going to do a whole lot of stuff that you don't like either. And I see that my phone just went off here. Matter of fact, don't do business with this company. I guess I can say that. I have a right to say that because I've been paying them too much money for a long time. But I would not recommend cricket to anybody else. You know, I tried to jump on a deal one time, and I tell you, what they say, you get what you pay for. Most times I've been having continual problems with my, okay, there we back on. I have a lot of problems with my cricket phone, and so, but anyway, I intend on changing this soon, and very, very soon. But anyway, and I tell you, it seemed like the video, well, I don't know if the video picked up in real time or not, but anyway, like I was saying, let me have a little bit of lunch right now. Yeah, I'm talking about Dennis Rodman. I'm talking about people with all the doggone rings hanging up their face, you know, especially in the nose, Pastor Thomas.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I don't
sir.
think that's too good to look at, too appetizing, too appealing to look at. That's one man's opinion. So let me take off the hat right now. And so my team is playing the Green Bay Packers, the cheeseheads of our division, Pastor Thomas. And you know, guess what I'm gonna have for lunch?
What you
Pastor
got, bro?
Thomas?
What you got good, man?
Nothing is more appropriate since we're playing the Green Bay Packers. I got some cheese toast.
Okay, my man.
Grilled cheese, as some say. Yeah. This might tell you a little bit of my perspective about the game Sunday. Yeah, good old fashioned cheese toast. And what am I going to have to go with it? But hey, how about a Faygo soda? How about a Faygo? You see that on the screen?
Yeah, let me take off your background there.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
there you go.
Also from Detroit, the Faygo Pop Company, and we call it Pop in the Midwest. We call it Pop in Detroit. I think here on the East Coast, I think in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, where I used to live, I think they call it a soda. We call it a pop. Now, in some parts of the South, they would call it a drink. Yeah, let me get one of them cold drinks. In some places, Chris Thomas, they call everything a Coke.
Okay, okay.
I'll have a blue Coke, a yellow Coke. Hey, give me a red Coke over there. Everything's a Coke. But in Detroit, we call it a pop. So I got my cheese toast, or some of you call grilled cheese, and I got my my Faygo soda. And so this is how I feel about the game Sunday against the Green Bay Packers. And I kind of wish I had some cheese curls to go with it, Pastor Thomas. And for dessert, I'm a Southern boy, you know, so we always had dessert at the end of meals. For dessert, what would be apropos would be some cheesecake. How about that? Cheesecake. So, you cheeseheads out there, I think just because you got Micah Parsons, that y'all going to end up being some miraculous team. Well, let me remind you, Micah Parsons is one player. Micah Parsons is one player. And football is a team sport. So here's what Penei Sewell, offensive lineman for the Detroit Lions, is going to do to give Micah Parsons. It's going to eat him up. So that's what, those are my views of what's going to happen for Sunday afternoon football. I believe the game comes on at 4:25. So, anyway, I hope you Eagle fans and Dallas fans, I hope that because I'm impartial, you know, about either one of them teams, Pastor Thomas.
Sure.
Because truth be told, I don't care about neither one of them. I don't care about neither one of them. All I care about is my Detroit Lions. I believe this is the year. We should have got it last year, but you know, face it, we had 12 or 13 defensive players that were banged up that did not play in the remaining games, Pastor Thomas.
Okay.
They were literally grabbing people off the street, putting them in a Lions uniform and helmet, and sending them out there to play. But we're at full strength this time, so no excuses, and we ain't taking no prisoners. We ain't taking no prisoners. And again, Penei Sewell, offensive lineman that our team decided to choose ahead of Micah Parsons. This is what Penei Sewell will do to Micah Parsons in the game against Green Bay Sunday. They're going to show you which team made the better choice. Oh, I don't want to be rude. I did offer Chris a sandwich earlier, but
Yes, you did, sir.
Yeah, but he's going to eat a little later. So anyway, I don't want y'all to think that I'm rude. So anyway, thank y'all for taking time to view the all-new Ron Chapel Show. Oh yeah, next week we have a very, very special guest in studio, live in studio next week, and we do hope that you'll tune in. This guest is a pastor. This guest is also an author. She has a brand new book out. Last week we advertised a book signing event. Well, that was a success with many books signed and sold. But she'll be here in studio. You'll have an opportunity to meet her up close and personal, those of you that haven't. And, okay, what's happening with the screen, Pastor Thomas?
Didn't you want to see the picture of her?
Yeah, okay, and here she is here. She is Jeanette Long. Jeanette Long, she'll be here in studio next week, and you'll have opportunity to speak with her about her new book, You Don't Know Me Like That. You understand what I'm saying, Pastor?
Yes, sir. I got a copy of the book. I thought that
do you?
was it. But
okay, yeah. Show the book, please.
One sec here. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom.
Well, I enjoyed the proceedings of the upcoming football game between the Green Bay Packers and the Lions.
All right, so this is a copy of the book there.
There she is right there. You don't know me like that. You don't know me like that. You don't know me like that. Jeanette Long will be here in studio next Thursday on the all-new Ron Chapel Show. So we do hope that you will not only go out and get a book, but you hear what she has to say about the book and about her motivation for writing the book. And if you haven't gotten a copy yet, we're going to find out what's in the book, Pastor Thomas.
Okay.
And so get your questions ready. And those of you that are those future authors, those of you that have ideas about becoming an author, and something else that I'm going to speak with her about, Pastor Thomas.
Yes, sir.
I want to find out if the book is also in audio form.
Okay.
You know, because that tend to be the going thing nowadays with a lot of folks, audio books. Which also, I'm going to be speaking with you because I want to record an audio book.
Okay.
I have a couple of, I've had a couple of good book ideas, and so I think I want to do an audio book. I want to commission you to do an audio book right here at the station, right here at The Voice 17104. For those of you out there that are interested or may think about doing an audio book, well, this here would be a good resource, you know. it'll be a good place for you to. Is that right, Pastor Thomas? Do you have the capacity that someone could come in and record an audiobook?
Sure. Actually, I had a client about a year or so, poet, actually a local renowned poet in the Harrisburg area, wanted to commission us to potentially do some recording for audiobooks. Again, the requirements are very, very particular. With the noise levels, the decibels, and I mean, it's like you got to read. It's like making a cake that you never made before. But yeah, we have the capabilities. It's not a quick, once and done. It isn't just recording something on the mic. The tones have to be right and the words have to be clear. But yeah, long story short, we do have the capabilities. We just have to find out the requirements and the specifics, because each place you submit an audiobook to has different requirements. So we'd have to take a look at all that and look at the time frame that it would take it. Long story short, the answer is yes.
Okay. There you have it. Here, Pennsylvania's top engineer. And also, let me ask you about this now. You're also a chef.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yes, sir. Oh. I have known to know my way around the kitchen a little bit.
Okay. And I know that the missus has a what is it, decorating an event business?
Yes, Melissa's Custom Creations and More. She not only makes diaper cakes on demand, no matter what your theme is.
And what is a diaper cake?
A diaper cake is it's a unique gift that actually new parents, new mothers, say if your daughter's having a baby or your wife's having a baby or your someone in your office is having a baby. It's a unique, unforgettable gift. You could ask for, people have asked for ballerinas, people have asked for diaper cakes with squirrel themes, believe it or not. Diaper cake SpongeBob theme is one of the most recent ones she's working on. And then she'll take whatever your theme is, for your baby shower, and then create a custom cake out of diapers. But it not only has diapers, but it also has everything the baby needs, just about everything the baby needs, all kind of lotions, bottle brushes, wipes. It's all hidden up under the base of the diaper cake. So it's actually a unique gift. A lot of parents don't disassemble them. They keep them for keepsakes, but they are actually functionable from the top to the bottom. So that's a part of what she does. But then she also has Melissa's where she helps to coordinate, people's wedding planner. She's a wedding planner. So if you have a theme or if you have colors, if you want the tables decorated, the balloon arches, misting fountains, whatever your desire is, she has the capability to do that. Again, she has a fan page on Facebook. Again, it's Melissa's Custom Creations and More.com.
Thank you very much, and I'll be certain to send an invoice to Melissa's Custom Creations.com. No, thanks for the information, Chris Thomas. So if you are planning on a wedding out there, or if you planning on some banquet, if you need a chef, do you do catering, Chris Thomas?
I don't do catering anymore. I would have to go back to get my serve safe, but we do, with Melissa's Custom Creations and More, have a on-demand chef in our team.
Okay, and if you need an organ player, if you need a pianist or an organ player, I do know a guy, so you contact me about that. And also, if you need a DJ for your event, I know several DJs in the city that are all first class, and they'll be able to entertain your event. If you have 5 people, or if you have 500 or 5,000 people, please contact me. Well, I tell you what, this half an hour has come to a close. So no one has chose to call in or to let us know about anything in the city, and so I told you this will probably be the shortest show. Today we just wanted to be here to let y'all know that we are still in effect, and we want to again thank the Honorable Dan Miller for being with us in studio last week, and we do hope and we look forward to you joining us next week when we'll have in studio Miss Jeanette Long, the author of the new book, You Don't Know Me Like That. And so she'll be here in studio next Thursday on the all new Ron Chapel Show, and along with our street reporter giving us a report from Harrisburg is Khaldoun Scoop Rashid. He's doing noble work right now, helping a federal veteran secure his transportation, and so we just want to wish you all well. We hope that you enjoy the game tonight, Eagles fans and also Dallas fans, and Green Bay Packers fans. This is Fago Pop, and I expect well, no, I'm not going to use that terminology because that has a bad effect on things nowadays. But I'll just say that I look forward to a good game. God give this Sunday, 4:25, when my Detroit Lions go to your home there in the Lambeau Field. Go to your home. Go in your kitchen. Throw your food out the refrigerator. Throw your food out the cabinet. Whoop your kids, and date your wife. We coming to Lambeau, Detroit Lions, all right? And y'all gonna know that we were there. Okay, so enjoy the game tonight, y'all. Enjoy the games, everybody, this coming Sunday and also Monday Night Football. And so thank you on behalf of Pastor Chris Thomas, the owner of the all-new, Chris and Melissa Hall Thomas, the owner of the Voice 17104, and for our street reporter, Khaldoun Scoop Rashid. This is your brother Ron Chapel. Thank you for tuning in, and we do hope that you tune in again next Thursday here on the all-new Ron Chapel Show.